Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Welcome to Sporgy, the show that gives you half-ass sports fans giving their half-ass opinions.
And now, here are your hosts.
Oh, we're back for another week. I believe it's 150. Yes, I wanted to say it. Didn't want to not say it. But I'm Chris.
I'm Rich.
I'm the Iceman.
And, oh yeah, if you don't like football, next podcast on the right, because this show ain't going to be for you. You know, it's probably a couple.
We're at 150 on Sporgy, and we just hit 300 on Unregimented.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of hot air. Oh, but did you guys see the Black Cat on Monday Night Football?
Who did not see the Black Cat on Monday Night Football? People that don't even watch football saw the Black Cat.
I think my favorite meme was talking about him getting drafted by the Browns.
My favorite one was what Rich put was the football life of the cat. I was dying.
I think mine is Cat spent more time in the end zone at MetLife Stadium than the Jets.
That is a fact.
There's a meme going around with Tom Hanks as Forrest Gump saying, and just like that, the Facebook was taken over by crazy women screaming at a cat. Because every meme you see now, it's those picture of the girl pointing, screaming at the cat, and the cat just sitting there and rebutting it, saying the exact opposite of what she's saying. Like, this cat is now famous and has no owner.
That cat will be fine. Has that cat been canceled yet? If they found like racist tweets or something on Twitter?
Everybody said it was an omen against the 49ers.
Why? You mean the Browns? Or no, who the hell played Monday? Or it was the Jets and who the fuck played Monday? It was the Giants and the Cowboys. And I don't think it
was an omen against the Cowboys is what they were saying.
It's more like an omen against the Giants. The Cowboys did just fine.
Yeah, we'll get all there.
But yeah, anything before we get into football real quick, I mean the baseball stuff. I mean, any surprises there in Washington with Strasburg going, hey, I'm going to see how much money I can get paid now that I'm a World Series winning pitcher?
I'm kind of shocked, but not really, because of, like I told you guys before, this isn't about the championship and I drafted with this team, I bled for this team, I'm dying with this. No, it's not that anymore. People go left and right and they want money, period, end of file. So I'm not shocked at all.
I can't blame. This is the industry that has been built. You know, like the guys like Scott Boras and what's the other guy's name? Drew Rosenhaus. Let's try to think. The guy who had T.O. working out in his driveway.
Yeah, Boris is the more quiet one, but he's more the shark, and Rosenhaus is the media whore.
Yeah, but
you tend to see Rosenhaus on TV a lot more than Boris.
I mean, Earl, trust me, I'm conflicted because I'm with you with the whole, with the attitude that you're talking about, but at the same time, like with the way that a lot of these sports, most of them chew these guys up and spit them out, like, hey, make your money, boo-boo. Like that kind of kicks in as well. Like, hey.
Oh, I got it. And you're right, make your money. But at the same time, that's not what I was raised on. That's not what I was raised watching. So with all the talk of the rules changes and all of this, the biggest change is that people care about the money is more than they care about the sport. You know, people used to stay forever in one place because they loved the city and the city loved them. You know, Stevie Y, for example, we loved that man. We loved him so much that we allowed him to go down to Tampa Bay, build a team, win a cup, come back.
He didn't win a cup in Tampa. How many times I got to fucking correct you on that? Well, never won a cup in Tampa.
Right after.
Look, dude, whatever. All right, I hate to be this guy, but you really are looking through it through rose-colored glasses at the past here. Okay, there was free agency became a thing before any of us were even a fucking itch in our daddy's ball sack. All right, so we can drop that. We can put that baby to bed right the fuck now. Okay, people were hopping teams long before fucking we were born, and long before we were aware of sports, even when we were sucking wind on this fucking rock.
No, Rich, I'm not saying that they weren't, but they weren't major players and they weren't starting players. You know, some of them were, sure, absolutely. But more often than not, the people that you fell in love with stayed with the team. I'm talking Magic, Bird, Jordan. I could do this all day. George Brett.
Yeah, you're talking superstars that fucking the team held on to for dear life, because once they stopped winning, I mean, dude, seriously, what did Magic win after he attained the AIDS virus?
Well, and plus,
A gold medal.
Ice acting like these guys took a pittance to stay there. A lot of these guys stayed there because the teams would cough up money to keep them there. Like, hey, you're the face of this team. We will back up the Brinks truck to have you be the face of this team for a long fucking time.
And there was a lot. The salary structures, the salary caps, all that shit was quite different. And football is its own fucking thing, because football is the only non-guaranteed money sport. Jesus Christ, you can't even keep your signing bonus if you retire due to fucking health concerns. Teams will come after that. Go ask Megatron about that.
Yeah.
No, I totally get every point that you guys are making, and I agree with it. It's really hard to get involved with a team, any team, Lions, our home teams, anybody.
Ice misses those bygone days.
Because they're not going to be there. They're not going to be the people that you want. You buy a jersey this year, by the end of the season, he's on 3 other teams.
I get it, dude. But at the same time, again, like, it's... let these guys get paid. If you invest most of your life into something... Yeah, let's say football, for example. Yeah, you invest at that point, you've invested over half of your life into something, and end up being a grocery bagger. Get the fuck out of here.
No. I'm with you. Make your money. I stopped and thought about that a long time ago when you and I argued about it. But yes, make your money. You're putting, you've signed waivers, you've shook your head, yes, I know the dangers. Yeah, make your money. But, I mean, with baseball, there's not, other than pitchers, there's not really a lot of danger, if you will.
Well, then you have situations, what is it, like Garrett Cole from Houston? His contract's up. He's a lifelong Yankees fan. Yankees will fucking throw the money at him.
Dude, he had on a Boris Corporation hat in the fucking locker room during the World Series. He pretty much was like, we're done here.
Wow.
While celebrating his World Series win. That's balls.
Well, loss, but yeah.
That's right. Yeah. He was on the Astros. My bad. Yeah.
But I mean, dude, the Yankees have said they are very interested. That's his fucking team. He grew up, his favorite team. And if they're going to pay him fucking Yankee money, why the fuck wouldn't he go to the Yankees?
Right. But
I mean, it'd be like if I was fucking playing for goddamn, if for whatever reason Colorado Avalanche drafted me and I had to play my shitty fucking rookie contract out for them and I became a free agent and the Red Wings called and said, look, we're going to pay you top dollar to come to Detroit. I'd be like, motherfucker, I'll pay you to come to Detroit. Get me off this shitty fucking team. I don't want to be here. These fucking turd sniffers.
But see, that's different, Rich. That's different. You say, Eli Manning and a lot of other players did that. Didn't want to go with who they were drafted. That's fine. But Eli Manning is playing his whole career in New York.
Well, so far. We'll see if that's that.
Yeah, well, we'll get there. But with baseball, with the Angels, Mike Trout, they're not going to let him go anywhere. they'll probably never win a championship with him, but they're not going to let him go anywhere.
We'll say he'll sit on his big pile of cash in the California sun and be like,
Well,
He'll pull a Harper. He'll pull a Harper. That's
don't
nice, you guys win, but here.
don't count the Angels out quite yet. They're throwing ridiculous numbers around to Garrett Cole to try to lure him out there.
they just picked up Madden.
Yeah, as their manager. I mean, they understand if they're going to fucking have a window, they're going to have to force that window open a little bit, and they're going to have to use the money to grease the fucking window. You know what I'm saying? So whether or not they ever win the World Series or they become the 2020s version of the Detroit Tigers in the 2000s and in the early 2010s, who knows? But I really think they're going to make a push for it. I really do.
I watched this here in Kansas City when they won the championship, went back, and then blew up the team, blew it up. And everybody loved those guys. Mike Moustakas, all of them, just all of them. And it was heartbroken, not because they weren't going back to the championship, but because their guys were gone, man.
But that's what happens, man. I mean, even fucking guys like Jeter who stay through multiple championship periods, and would you say the Yankees were ever really in a true rebuild with Jeter? I'd say no.
No.
I mean, for them, it was a retooling, I guess. I guess that's about as close as you could call it. But
Just replacing the older with the younger.
Exactly, but I mean, the people he played with on his first championship with the Yankees and the people he played with on the last championship with the Yankees, he's the only one that was still there. I mean, it's just the reality.
Even Joe Torre left.
It's just the reality of the situation, man. I mean, teams get rid of people that they don't fucking want anymore. I mean, teams move superstars. You don't think we'd have moved fucking Miguel Cabrera if we could find someone to take that contract?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
In 10 seconds, we would have.
You know, and I mean, with Alex Avila as the general manager, he gave him away for a fucking couple bat donuts. You know, the little rubber things you put on your bat when you're warming up in the fucking on deck circle. Yeah,
That is what we got for Verlander. It's a true story.
But
You got a bad boy for Verlander.
it's gonna be an interesting off season, but and we'll see what happens here. But really, I want to dive into football because the college football
oh my God,
playoff rankings came out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
oh my God. Before we roll into that, because we're talking about money, I want to preface this with going, sorry, Chris, you were right. I was wrong.
Oh,
Just real quick
I like hearing that.
on the NBA, the Lakers are the top team in the NBA right now.
Yeah?
If we're talking about money and people moving around, not sticking with the team, yada, yada, NBA is the prime example.
AD and LeBron look pretty good together. Just saying.
Well, I'm telling you, 6-1 right now. And that's leading the entire league.
We're like 2 weeks in. Maybe I'd say it if they were 1-6. Let's be cool. Everybody be cool. You know, but AD and LeBron together. Woo.
Okay, now you can say everybody be cool because the Warriors are 2-6. I told you, without Steph, they're through. They're done.
And he's a piece to that puzzle. I'm giving you that.
He's the point. It takes 2 people out of 5 to guard him all the time. 2 out of 5. He is the key. And without him, I mean, they're done. And that sucks, but that is what it is. He is that good of a player. And I say this because they're 2-6. With the last 3 seasons, they may be lost 10, 15 games a season. One time they lost 9 and 10 the entire season, and they've already lost 6. So just that the money thing got me thinking about it. And when I looked, I was like, oh, he was right. I was wrong.
Hey, speaking of money, Ohio State apparently is money to the playoff committee.
You think?
Ohio State, the number 1 ranked college football playoff team at the moment.
I'm telling you, this is the best Ohio State team I can think of in my life.
Yeah, since
Dude,
we've
the
been
point-
alive, yeah. I agree with that.
The point differential in like points scored versus points allowed is over 300 on the season. That is ridiculous. They are dominating teams. This is nuts. And as much as I hate Ohio State as a Michigan fan, yeah, and they are in that number one spot so far.
Yeah, have fun this year. Hey, State
ran
already
into-
got embarrassed. It's going to be your turn soon, Michigan.
Ran into a buddy this week who's a Michigan fan, and he was like, "What are you doing for the Michigan-Ohio State game?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know.
Crying.
Eating edibles and drinking? I don't know." I'm like,
Crawling under a rock.
Hiding in a closet, sobbing.
and he's like, "Oh, you want to come over and watch the game?" And I'm like, "What, you mean watch Michigan get their head handed to them?" And he's like, "Oh, they might have a chance against Ohio State." I'm like, "They have no chance against." Stop it, dude. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. That's going to be second year Harbaugh at Rutgers type. Like, like that scene from The Simpsons. Stop, he's already dead. Like, it's going to be ugly. Mm-hmm. Like, it's going to make last year. I don't know if Ohio State can run the score up enough on Michigan in their mind.
What
They're
Rich
not
is trying
gonna
to
have
say,
any-
everybody.
They're not going to have
Rich is-
any mercy for them.
What Rich is trying to say, everybody, is every Wolverine player is getting back off the field in the locker room without any socks at all.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, sockless. Where's all your socks? They took them all.
Pretty much. That. And I mean, the fact that Penn State is number 4, first of all, stop it. Okay, let's be honest here. Yeah, Ohio State's in the Big Ten, and I'm about to talk some shit about the Big Ten, but Ohio State is playing like undisputedly the best team in the country, the best college football team in America at this moment. All right, they would be beating people in the SEC if they were in that conference. All right,
Yeah.
Penn State, come on now.
I mean, they're number 5 in the country too. I mean, I don't know if I'd put them as number 4. I'd maybe put them right. I'd probably put them maybe the same spot as they are in the top 25. Maybe number 5.
Penn State?
Yeah.
Penn State's number 4.
Yes, in the college football, correct. But in the top 25, they're number 5. That's what I'm saying. I would maybe in the college football, I'd put them in the same spot. I'd put them in maybe the 5th slot.
I think Clemson deserves that 4th spot, but that's just me. That's all there is to it.
The reason Clemson is in 5 is because they've had way too close of games against unranked, bad record teams.
And really, one loss against K-State and Oklahoma is just not in this conversation. Come on. That's what I got to say to the committee. You get a come on man from me. One loss to K-State, who actually is a ranked team, so it's not like they lost to a shit pile. And Oklahoma's not in this conversation. Come on, man.
Kansas State wasn't ranked until they beat Oklahoma State.
Yeah, it's correct, but they still ended up. Some team like Appalachian State didn't fuck around and get ranked because they beat Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Like they've shown other. They've given other proof other than we beat Oklahoma to get themselves into the top 20. You don't just get put into the top 25 because you beat a ranked team. Like the committees seem to at least understand that. That's all I'm saying.
Right, but they got rickrolled by Kansas State. They didn't just get.
I'm saying if you've been watching Jalen Hurts play this year, you get a come on man from me. That really we're not talking about Oklahoma.
No, not with the unbeatens that you have. I mean, just the 5 unbeatens: Ohio, LSU, Alabama, Penn State, and Clemson.
That's changing this Saturday, unless there's a tie. There's going to be 4 unbeatens because Alabama and LSU play this week.
Who do you got? I know who I have.
Who's at home? That's what I'm taking. If you want my answer, I'll take the home team.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, Nick Saban's the coach. If it's at home, give me Alabama. If it's at home, give me LSU.
I don't know, man.
See what it is.
Nick Saban's like, I don't know. Picking against him is like picking against fucking Alabama's at home, by the way. Picking against him is like picking against Belichick and the Patriots.
Yeah, Tua's had 2 weeks to get that ankle right. Like, give me Bama.
No, I'm taking LSU.
LSU has actually played a couple teams. That's the knock against Alabama this year is they haven't played anybody. But that all changes Saturday. Was it in Tuscaloosa? Isn't that where they play?
Mm-hmm.
But we were talking about Michigan. How about this weekend, huh? You did what you're supposed to, right? Like, no complaint, no complaints.
No.
I just don't like. How can you celebrate this win? I understand a win's a win, but it's like, and what do you know? It's like they whooped up on Notre Dame, and they beat Maryland.
Yeah. Ooh.
And they're gonna spank State. they're gonna kill Indiana, and then they're gonna get raped by Ohio State. So what's your fucking point? All right, just stop. Let's stop acting like they're a better team than they are. All right, they're not that team that a lot of people thought they were going to be. Dumb people, in my opinion. Preseason, they're going to go undefeated. They're going to be in the national championship talk. No, they're fucking not. Just knock it off.
Hey, I saw an article this week that recommended your boy as a potential replacement for Matt Patricia.
There you go. There you go, Lions fans. If you're a Lions fan, but you're not a Michigan fan, there's your Rorschach test. Do you want Harbaugh to coach your team?
Actually, I wouldn't mind it. He's been to the Super Bowl
and lost.
Been there.
John Harbaugh knows how to win the Super Bowl. I'll take him.
Well, we'll get to the Lions because that's Jesus, that clusterfuck. I mean, unless we just want to pivot in the pros.
Well, yeah, is there anything more to say about Michigan?
Oh, I mean,
they're on bye this week.
I guess I'm going to go on record and officially say I'm going to be shocked if D'Antonio is head coach next season for State. I'm going to say that right now.
What if he beats U of M?
All forgiven?
No, they still only lost 3 games, or they still lost 3 games. That's going to be, even if you win out, that still hurts. You're 8-3.
I mean, yeah, enjoy your, middle of the night bowl game.
Well, yeah, either way, you're going to the Nobody Cares Bowl at this point.
Exactly. And I mean, this isn't just, a blip on, this isn't 2016 blip on the radar for them, where it's like, or a little stumble. This is now like, you're starting to see some real cracks in D'Antonio's coaching. I mean, and I hate to say it, but because loyalty is a very admirable thing, especially in the sports world where it's cutthroat. But I mean, it seems like he's loyal to a fault to his coaching staff. And I mean, if he's there next year, he has to start replacing some of his coaches. He has to. He can't keep going with the guys he got. He can't do a reshuffle. None of that bullshit. There has to be some. They're gone, and we're bringing in some heavy hitters.
All right.
The man is in his. Home. The man is in his. Yeah, you'll come home, and yeah. The man is in his 60s. He's coached at MSU for 12 years. He's a winningest coach at MSU. Does he really want to go out with a whimper? I mean, if this
banked on the way out.
I mean, if he comes back next season and we're sitting at this point next season and he's got the same record or worse, I mean, doesn't that affect him? Doesn't that affect his legacy, for lack of a better term?
Yeah. Dude, you think he's ever muttered this sentence? Punk ass Harbaugh coming in stealing all my recruits. We were on a great course, so this motherfucker can't. Because it's true. You kind of draw a line of State's quality starting to dwindle a little bit when Harbaugh showed up, south of you there in Ann Arbor and started sucking away some of your top recruits. Because for a while, State was getting a lot of good ass people because no one wanted to go to Michigan because Rich Rod and Hulkamania had tainted it.
Well, and that's a conversation that was being had on local sports talk here, is that they pointed out that Harbaugh isn't doing what Bo used to do and what Lloyd Carr used to do, which is recruit the guys that Ohio State overlooked. Guys from Ohio who really wanted to go to Ohio State, but for whatever reason, Ohio State didn't offer him a scholarship or didn't recruit him and show him the proper amount of respect that they feel they should have got. So Michigan would come in and swoop those guys up. And I mean, Desmond Howard was one of those guys. I mean, if you look at some of the best players in the last 30 years to come out of Michigan, a lot of them come from the state of Ohio. They were guys Ohio State passed over. Harbaugh is not doing that. Harbaugh is going after the guys Michigan State wants and going, come to Michigan instead. That Block M has a lot of cachet. Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, neither program is anything to sneeze at. But if you're trying to talk to a guy, to a kid who thinks he's going to have a shot at the pros, who are you going to listen to as your head coach? A guy who is in the pros and goes, not only am I going to get you ready for the pros, I know what it takes to be a player in the pros because I've been to a Super Bowl. What's D'Antonio been to?
Yeah. Well, also, Harbaugh has a program that allows a lot of people to start.
Yeah,
and that's big because the more you're on the field,
quarterbacks, yeah.
Well, not just quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, defensive players. A lot. The way he subs is terrible, but whatever. It'll work for him, I guess. So he can offer people field time. And that's just absolutely the best thing for a player trying to be recruited to get. I don't care if you're at Appalachian State, Rutgers, Michigan, Bama. If you're not on the field, scouts can't see you.
Yeah, and that is a big draw. You will start as a true freshman. I won't redshirt you. Yeah. But ultimately, what does that get you? Is Harbaugh building a national championship caliber team? No. He's building a team that is basically State's cast-offs.
So he's not even building a Big Ten caliber championship team.
Exactly.
No, he's building a farm. He's building a farm system for the NFL.
And then you have State, which is it seems is starting to lose some of its shine, its luster, and those are the guys you're picking up. No, you need to be going after the guys who Alabama passed over, LSU passed over, Ohio State passed over. Any of the three major universities in Florida passed over.
If you want to build a championship team, use a champion's toolbox.
Exactly. So, it is what it is.
Sporgy.
ChristopherMedia.net. ChristopherMedia.net.
Sporgy.
Welcome to Michigan State. It is home of mediocre football.
Yeah.
Should that be a nice segue into the pros?
There you go.
What in the fuck was going through the head of the offensive coordinator on that fourth down call in that Lions game at the end of the game? Why was Galladay and Jones on the sideline when they are tied for number 1 and number 2 receiving touchdowns in the league?
Because SOL. That's all I got for you. Because SOL.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
It was horrible. And you say fourth down play. I say, what happened to 1 through 3? I mean, fuck. You're first and goal from like the 5.
And if I was Stafford, post-game press conference, when they started asking questions about that play and about that call, I'd have thrown him under the bus and said, you need to talk to the offensive coordinator. I'm not allowed to call the plays. And I'd have walked the fuck off. And the press conference.
Did you know that's the same guy?
I begged him to trust me.
Yes, that
coach is the same guy who didn't hand the ball off to Beast Mode in the Super Bowl, the Malcolm Butler Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, 100%.
I mean, it's fitting he's on the Lions. It makes sense. That's a Lions move that makes sense.
I am at a complete fucking... You have 2 players tied for number 1 and number 2 in receiving touchdowns. Neither are on the field. And between that and wasn't Patricia brought in as a defensive genius?
He was a defensive coordinator.
And the Lions are what? Ranked, 31st? Or are they dead last now in defense in the league?
Stand by.
Well, either way, it doesn't matter. They're at the very bottom of the league in defense. I mean, someone needs to tap a young Santa Claus on the shoulder and say, hey, man, you need to stop worrying about conditioning your beard and understand you were brought here to fucking do something with the defense. You understand that, right?
Yeah, it's 2019. Do you really do anything with that pencil? I see you carrying a tablet. Is that a stylus?
And I just listening to Lions fans. Oh, well, if they win 7 of their last 8, just shut up. Just shut up.
Look, at this point, being the biggest homer for the Lions as I used to be, I could tell you like that. I don't care if they do win right out and go to the playoffs. They're going to be first-round fodder if they make it. Again, they didn't change the culture of the Lions. They haven't. They won't. They can't. I don't think they can. I asked Chris the other day, is anybody above being lionized? I don't think so. You've taken a coach that was under the greatest coach in the NFL's history, made him our head coach, has multiple Super Bowls, titles, not just appearances, titles, and he can't get them straight. He can't get them to win.
Wow, Rich, you were correct. 31st.
Yeah, second to last.
There's one team that has a worse defense than us. Can you guess who it is? They're from the
Dolphins.
They're from the Midwest. They haven't won a game. Their quarterback got benched on his birthday.
Oh, Cincinnati.
Yep.
Yeah,
the bottom 5 defenses: the Giants, the Dolphins, the Cardinals, the Lions, the Bengals. The Miami Dolphins are 2 slots ahead of you.
Yeah, I would say at this point, if Patricia and Quinn are here next season, and you're a Lions fan with season tickets, and you don't cancel them, then you get what you deserve. My sympathy for you is gone. Absolutely gone.
Here's the thing, though. You brought in Quinn. You brought in Matt Patricia. Rich, how do you change the culture? Because that's the problem. It's not the personnel. It's not the coaches. It's how do you change the culture?
You sell it.
You know what, though? For all the shit talk about Caldwell, they were actually making it to the playoffs on his watch. And they did it more than once. He's the first coach since fucking Cocaine Wayne to do that with that team. All right.
Yeah, and but he did have Calvin Johnson, though.
Okay, great, wonderful. But the point, what I'm saying is, you gotta get to the fucking. You gotta go to the dance. You gotta buy the ticket. All right. They can't even fucking get a ticket to the fucking dance. And this was supposed to be the guy who made them better than 9 and fucking 7.
Yeah, this was supposed to take what Caldwell did to the next level. The winningest coach of our lifetime, by the way.
And I'm gonna tell you what's going to happen this season. I'm calling this right now. This is my ice moment for the Lions. They're going to stink it up, and then they're going to win probably 3 of the 4 last games and fuck up their fucking draft spot. And they're going to be drafted in the middle of the pack, and they're going to keep Quinn. I don't know. Here's the thing. If Quinn goes, Patricia goes. And I know that, there's been enough news stories about how when they were on the Patriots together, they sat in the back of the meeting rooms, and they were buddies, and they hung out outside of, the training facility and everything, and they're like actual friends. That's nice. But dude, he's not getting the job done. You brought him in here to not be a rebuilder. You brought him in here to get you over the hump, and you slid back down the mountain. You're nowhere even close to getting over the top. You're not even at the top of the mountain.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I don't care who the coach is. I don't care who the GM is. Until I start seeing them making the right moves on the Lions, I'm not going to believe a damn thing about them other than they're going to be mediocre. And that's all you're going to get.
The trade deadline this year explains exactly. That was the perfect example of what the Lions are this season.
Yep.
We're going to do absolutely nothing, hope in one hand, shit in the other, and see which one fills up first. Well, I can tell you, I don't need a crystal ball for that one, folks.
And in the process, we're going to lose one of the best safeties in the National Football League. Dumbass.
Oh, dude. You have, I'm going to say probably 6, maybe 7 of those defensive starters seem like they've checked out already for the season. That they're just like, I'm playing not to get injured so I can get the fuck out of here. Like they're playing like they've been lionized. There's no other way to put it.
You can send me to the Rams. You can send me to San Francisco. You can send me to Houston. You get me the fuck out of here.
5 of the Lions starters are Patriot players. They ain't used to this shit.
Yeah. What is this losing thing? What L? What is that?
If you think that we're exaggerating that, there were Patriot fans crying because they got their first loss of the season last week. Like openly sobbing like babies. And the only thing I'm thinking is that motherfucker better owe a bookie money. That's the only reason to cry over your first loss of the season this deep into the season.
Yeah, you're the Patriots. You'll be fine.
Like, you can't win all the time, all right?
You can lose.
If you are the Patriots.
Yeah, you can lose out. You are still a 500 team. You're doing all right.
Yeah, so I absolutely, that's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to, if they're lucky, play 500 football for 4 games, and then boom, win 2 of their last 3, maybe even all of their last 3, fuck their draft position up, and then just, draft scared, because that's Bob Quinn. That's what he does. He drafts scared. I mean, guys, if they hadn't have fucking had that late season surge last year, if you will, they'd have been picking 3rd. Do you think they'd have picked TJ Hockenstuff at 3rd?
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
I'd really hope I'd really hope for their sake that's a no, but it might.
I guess this means I have been lionized because I didn't answer no. I said maybe.
Oh God,
these fuckers. Anyway, let's talk about the rest of the league. Waste precious.
Yes, let's.
Rich has got a hard out and waste precious airtime on these fools. So let's talk about the Niners and the Cardinals. Oh yeah, the only undefeated team left in the league.
Dude, has Jimmy G lost?
Yeah, he lost last season.
Oh yeah. Oh no, he's not the greatest quarterback of all time anymore. He's still got a damn good record as a starter.
And he was spitting some half-ass game to Aaron Andrews on the sideline after,
Right.
after the
You
game.
saw that?
Hey, my man dates porn stars, all right? But the Niners, that Emmanuel Sanders pickup, now you need, if NFC West, now you're in trouble. Because that's
Now?
well, they've been in trouble, but
Yeah.
my complaint to him is who's he throwing to? Now we know who he's throwing to. George Kittle, Emmanuel Sanders. They got that three-headed monster in the backfield. It's working for him.
Yeah. To say the least.
I mean, the Niners and the Saints, it's going to be a fun NFC title game.
But to be fair, last game they did play the Cardinals, and not for nothing, I'm going to put this out there now. Kyler Murray looks like a young Cam Newton. Every time things don't go his way on the field, he comes off and looks like he's about to cry.
Meh. Well, we'll see. You know, it's just, he's been in the league for half a season. He's got to toughen up a little more.
Sorry, Murray, this isn't Oklahoma anymore, 2-2.
Well, I mean, is this opening a door to jump into thanks for everything, Cam?
Yeah. We'll see you later, dude.
We'll see who you're playing for next season, because it ain't going to be Carolina.
I think that's possible. Yeah, Cam Newton, put on IR, sit, see you, deuces.
But that's
Yeah.
what we were talking about in the chat. There are so many places for that man to go.
Look, he was a dual threat quarterback. His best weapon was his legs. He's got a foot injury that he basically, the polite way to put it is, hid the extent of how injured he was to the team and to his team and to his trainers. To put it rudely, just lied. He's 30. He really ain't been shit since that Super Bowl appearance. Let's be honest here.
No? He's been
Right,
fair to Midland since that Super Bowl appearance.
I don't know if that took something out of him, or if he just doesn't have that, I lost, I'm going to use that to do what I got to do.
No, he doesn't. Cam Newton is a black millennial. Now, what that means,
Can we live in a world where
Now,
he's just a regular millennial, or?
I wish we could. I really do. But Cam Newton has everything plus his race card that he plays as to why he lost the game. He's not getting called for being hit. People hitting him hard when he's running. People stepping on him, kicking him, whatever. The rain, it's everything else but him. And it's because he's a black quarterback. He's said that too. So I wish we could be just a regular millennial quarterback, but he ain't. He doesn't have that, all right, motherfucker.
Well, he also dresses like Medea.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you.
They've done fine
attitude.
without him. Panthers beat the Titans by 10. CMC is the man. CMC MVP. That's what's going to happen this year.
Wilson might have something to say about that, but I get where you're
Yeah,
at.
it's true. Yeah, an MVP is generally always a quarterback. But he's making a case.
I see where you're at. No, definitely.
Well, I mean, the Panthers can get out from under his contract, only keep $2 million of dead money against the cap. That's if they get rid of him in the offseason. He's not the face of the franchise anymore. Who came out last out of the tunnel and was introduced last week? Good old Christian McCaffrey.
Star of the show.
Yep. And who was at the podium after the game? Christian McCaffrey, which outside of a handful of exceptions since 2011, it's always been Cam Newton at that podium. Always. I'm talking like on one hand since 2011, he hasn't been the one standing there. So that's pretty much telling me they've made their decision.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think he's going to be dropped to waivers. And where does he land is the question.
You can't answer that. Like we were talking, anywhere. It can be anywhere. Jacksonville, Colts, Steelers definitely, Miami definitely, Redskins definitely.
Here's my question. If he can't run like he used to, is he just a good enough passing quarterback to try to build a franchise around?
See, I just wonder if this whole foot issue if it stopped being an issue a while ago.
If it's a frostbite foot,
Yeah, no, if it's like how Jalen Ramsey's back was hurting him until he got to L.A. and that California sun and the water healed him right up.
or the AB frostbite foot.
Well, I mean, there was pictures of that.
Just saying.
He put
But look, here's the thing. He's better than those teams that I named are looking for better than what they have.
Yeah.
And Cam's better than what they have. And Cam also has the threat of being a dual threat quarterback. You got to convince Cam that you're invested in Cam.
yeah.
And if the team can do that, then he'll play for you and he'll run for you and he'll throw for you.
But I don't know if he's as dual threat as he used to be. I mean,
No,
no,
he's not.
We saw the new dual threat on Sunday Night Football. We'll get to that in a bit. But
Right. No,
you think he's
not
at that level? No.
No, he's not even close to that. He's not close to what he used to be and all of that. But he's not trying right now in Carolina. He's not even trying to be good because and that's why I started that off with who he is. If you want to call him just a millennial quarterback, cool. But with his own words is, I'm a black quarterback and I'm not getting the calls as a white quarterback would. I'm sorry, not sorry, dude. This is the NFL. This is not college. You're not in Auburn anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you earn your pay here, sir. And he hasn't for a couple of seasons now, where people look at him as they used to be.
Yeah, 2011 Cam Newton no longer exists.
And here's the thing, it might. You just got to get him with the team that will convince him that they will invest in him and put protection around him and let him do his thing and get him on their side. And some of those teams I named, especially Pittsburgh, would do it.
Well, hey, you brought up Jacksonville.
Oops.
Yeah. They go to the final London game. They forget to show up. And Minshew Mania, see ya.
Yeah.
It's over.
You and your fake mustache is gone, sir.
You think it's fake?
No, I think it's grown on and shaved that way, but it was just a ploy. I don't think that's how he's going to wear it from now on.
Oh, no. It's part of the brand at this point.
Yeah, I guess it is.
With that and the headband, you got to do it.
But here's the thing with that game, he played Deshaun Watson. That kid's been good forever, man. He had some bad experiences last season, but the kid's the truth, man. There's a lot of things that he has to offer, and I said this a long time ago. I said this when he was drafted. That kid's going to be something to watch, and lo and behold, here he is.
No, and you can't not play the second quarter, Gardner. You know, as a Lions fan, I'm used to saying that sentence. But he's a Big Dick Nick coming back.
Yeah.
Think it'll matter?
He's not, no, he is not the savior.
I mean, they're 4-5. I mean, they're not out of it. It's not over.
He's not the
Especially
savior.
in the division they're in. I mean, in the last week or maybe the week before, we were mathematically, it was the most competitive division in football. Let's see next year. Redskins, Bills. Anything to talk about in this game?
Not one. The Redskins scored. Congratulations.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say to that? It's no.
Vikings, Chiefs.
Ooh.
Man.
Ooh.
I'll say it. This is the Viking. Remember when I was all up in the Vikings stuff last year? It's because I thought this offense was going to look like this last year. And this is with a man down, too. This is with no Adam Thielen.
Yeah, he pulled his hammy. He's been hurt last 2 games.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who isn't hurt. Dalvin Cook. How you doing, sir?
Hell to the no.
What's up with 1,200 yards from scrimmage?
That's what he does.
That's a runner. You know what pisses me off? They treat him like the kid in fucking Friday Night Lights. He runs all the way up and down the field, but when they get into the red zone, they forget that they have him. They put his backup in and give the ball to Kirk Cousins to throw to the end zone.
Trust me, as a Dalvin Cook fantasy owner, Alvin Madison has vultured his share of touchdowns this year. I know, I get it. Like, yeah, he got you there. You can't trust the man to punch it in.
I'm saying, call a fucking sweep to the right or left. Let him run to the corner of the end zone once. He just ran 65 yards. Let him run 3.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
in our fantasy football league, I have him. So, damn it, let him score.
I mean, besides the Vikings being badass, I think the other takeaway from this game is Cheetah's cheetah, no matter who's throwing to him, right?
Pretty much.
Beating his wife and kid and all. Just get him the football. That's why he's fast. He's going to run him from the cops.
Now, Chief fans here exploded when they kicked that field goal because they thought it was over when Patrick Mahomes went down.
Yeah, and they're 1-1 without him.
Yeah, and he's coming back next week. So,
Look, man, we just talked about Cam Newton. Luck's out of the league. These are pretty tough guys, big guys. All right, franchise quarterbacks don't grow on trees. If I'm the Chiefs, I'm not rushing him to come back.
They're not, Rich. I followed this closely because it's here at my home here. Patrick Mahomes is pushing to come back, saying he's fine, it's working, my knee's great. He's jumping around in practice. He jumps around after the game. During the game, he's running, and he wants to come back. He wants to play. The kid's got heart.
And they're by next week?
I don't think so. Is he stupid? Maybe.
You have to protect that franchise quarterback.
That one you do.
You can't let him bully you into coming back too early.
He's not just a franchise quarterback. He is a generational player.
Yeah. You don't want that guy cashing in his chips too early.
But he said he's going to be back for the Titans this week. We'll see.
I like where your head's at, Kermit, but isn't it all on the training staff? And yet, look at Thielen. Thielen wanted to come back the Washington game. They held him out. He came back this game, and 7 plays in, he went, nope, can't do it. Now It looks like they're going to keep him out this week.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it.
This isn't a situation with a quarterback who may be a franchise quarterback. Like, you're absolutely right. This is a generational type player. Like I said, it's better to be safe than sorry. And we've seen too many guys who were, labeled the next big thing, the can't misses, go down to injury because they tried to come back too soon, or they were trying to hide the injury or the extent of the injury. But I'm with you, Chris. Like, I like where your head's at, but dude, we got a lot invested in you.
Right, and I respect both of your opinions, and I agree with them a whole bunch. However, with his push to come back, and he wants to come back something awful, and the coach that he has, Andy Reid, he's a pushover. He really is. And Andy Reid's trying to win a title.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Andy Reid, I'm looking at him right now going, if you say you're ready to come back and the medical staff clears you and you come back and you're fine, more power to you. You come back and you tweak that thing, you tweak that knee, you re-injure it, don't ever come at me talking about I'm ready to go back in until I say you're ready to go back in.
Yep.
These one strike policy applies, dude. So you better make sure that this is the hill you want to die on. And you better make sure you're ready.
It's going to be very interesting to see if he plays this week. Now, that since we're talking about quarterbacks, and specifically Cam Newton, do you know where I want him to go? Chicago.
Thanks for bringing back a subject we moved on from 5 minutes ago.
No, this is a subject that we're about to talk about because it's the Chicago Bears and the Eagles game.
Oh, there you go. Nice save. I'll give you that one.
It's horrible.
Yeah, dude, if you're if you are a Bears fan, you got to be going, we need an offense. We don't have an offense. I'm mad for you, Chicago. Because you have a badass defense. Chicago. You have a badass defense.
Yeah, that defense don't play, I tell you. But there's only so much you can do when your offense don't move the ball and keeps you on the field for 3 out of 4 quarters. They need something to change.
But Trubinsky was going to be the savior of the franchise, guys.
Oh, man.
That's why they traded up to get him.
Rich, we talked about this last week. There is so much shit talked about Chicago here. It is hilarious. They gave up all of those draft picks, everything, to move up one spot to get Mitch Trubinsky with Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes still available. And they took Trubinsky.
It's kind of like the guy that was drafted right before Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who? Don't know. Doesn't matter. Don't care. He wasn't Jordan. That's all you need to know.
And once again, the GOAT, the best quarterback ever in the National Football League, went 199.
Yeah, 6th round.
55 picks away from being Mr. Irrelevant.
It means every team could have had him 5 times over.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, but you know what? I think I've said this before, just real quickly about that. I don't know if he would still have, if he would have as deep of a chip on his shoulder if he'd have went higher. You know what I'm saying? If he'd have went first, second round. I think that really instilled that fuck you to the rest of the league in Brady.
Well, it did that. 100% agree with you there. But also, he came up under Bill Parcells and then was coached by Belichick. You can't ask for a better tree. Sorry, not sorry. And that's what made him who he is. So, yeah, Bears, I don't care if you do take him. Take something. For fuck's sake, as a Lions fan, I want to give you Stafford. Do something. It's embarrassing. You are the monsters of the Midway. You are the guys that show up and people go, oh, fuck.
And Philly shows that when Zach Ertz actually plays, they're a team to maybe be scared of. I still think they are a dumpster fire at wide receiver. But,
well, the right receiver core is still kind of injured, but at the same time, they're just middle of the road. It's a high road, but they're in the middle of it.
Yeah, this isn't the team that won the Super Bowl ring, definitely.
No.
Sporgy.
ChristopherMedia.net. ChristopherMedia.net.
Sporgy.
Jets and Dolphins. Woo! All right.
Oh my God, heart beating faster than fast.
Miami.
I could not stop watching. Bullshit. I didn't even watch the game.
Not going over in Miami. They got to win. Oof.
Against the Jets? How do you win against the Jets?
Have you seen them this year? It's pretty easy.
I have. But have you seen their personnel? And Miami beat them?
Hey, Fitzmagic doing what he does.
That's true, too. You know what? Everybody could say what they want. That man wants to win. I don't care what jersey he has on. He wants to fucking win. If he throws an interception, so fucking be it. But it's because he was trying to win, not because he was fucking up.
Yeah.
And good on you, Fitz.
Colts and Steelers. Uh-oh. All of a sudden, there's a team in Pennsylvania we left for dead that's 4-4.
I still think they're left for dead.
Yeah,
The Colts had Brian Hoyer.
It's true. This is a battle of the backups. Brissett did practice today, I believe, in a limited fashion, so I don't think he is as hurt as we were being led to believe, which is good.
But at the same time, with Brian Hoyer, it was still 24-26 Steelers. So, no.
Still, if you're a Steelers fan, you got hope after this week, right? We could get the wild card.
If Lions fans are calling in and saying, well, we could win out, or we could win 7 of our last, blah, 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 and maybe squeak into the playoffs, then you know Steelers fans have hope.
Oh, yeah.
No.
In Titletown? Come on, Ice.
You can't do this.
You know there's hope in Titletown.
The Lions fans were calling in on the 0-16 season on the last game, going, but this one, we got this one. Okay? So, no. Lions fans are just that. They're die hard. They're literally die hard.
Do you not remember Super Bowl 40? It was like a Steelers home game in Detroit. There's a reason for that. Okay? Because the whole city of Pittsburgh decided to buy tickets to that game. I remember.
Well, that's because the whole city of Detroit couldn't afford it.
Well, I just remember hearing stories about motherfuckers taking second mortgages out to get tickets to that game. Because they're like, we're going to watch our Steelers win the Super Bowl. It's like, Jesus, dude. I mean, I like sports, but I'm not taking a second mortgage out.
God, no.
I'm pawning my car. I'm selling my dog.
Tricking my wife out. Bitch, go on the stroll. Make daddy some money. But second mortgage? No, I'm all right.
Sorry about your education, kids. Steelers are in the bowl.
Rich, it's your turn. Bucks at the Seahawks.
Ooh.
Well, you know what I took away from this game? I'm not going to be shocked if Russell Wilson wins MVP of the season.
Russell Wilson is good at football. That's what I took away from this game.
That's exactly what I took. He's the new Aaron Rodgers to me.
Dude, yeah, I mean, he got paid in the offseason, and all of a sudden he's paying like, all right, cool, let's go. I got paid. Let's play like it.
Yeah, it's like they brought him in and was like, look, this is what we're going to pay you.
Oh, shit.
But I swear to God, if you don't start showing what you showed the first 2 years you were here, we will never pay you this again.
And he said, bet.
I mean, the really sad part is it's not like Tampa was buried in this game. You know what I'm saying?
Time.
I mean, it's just like I knew they weren't going to win, but I was like, don't give me false hope.
Right.
Just lose badly so I can change. I can go to red zone. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to watch this fucking game. You know?
And this is before Josh Gordon. So Josh Gordon is now a Seattle Seahawk.
Oh, this is in trouble.
Why? Everyone's like, oh, he smoked weed now. Dude, you smoke weed in Massachusetts. Weed's legal there, too.
Just not as a Patriot.
I'm going to quote Eminem, weeds everywhere. Where you been?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, in pertaining to this game, Winston was 29 of 44 with 335 yards.
And how many picks? That's the problem.
TDs.
None.
No picks.
Oh.
None. No, but here's the problem.
Week after I drop him?
Wilson was 29 of 43 with 378 yards and 5 TDs.
Yeah, he had himself a day, as they like to say it.
Therein lies your problem. And the other problem, kiss my ass, Rich, because this is how he beat me in our fantasy, is number 16,
Tyler Lockett.
Oh, yeah. 13
receptions, 152 yards, 2 TDs. This motherfucker.
Dude, that's like his best day of the last 5 years, though, Earl, to be fair.
And it happened against me again.
Hey.
Like the other time, my other loss came from Rich when we played, and Amari Cooper blew up.
I said the only reason this is relevant is I've played against Mike Evans several times this year when he's hung up 40. Cry me a fucking river, bro.
Yeah.
I lost to a guy this week who has his lineup. I lost to a guy this week who has Antonio Brown as his starting receiver. All right, I don't hear it.
Hey, let me say this: there's been so many times I look at my bench and I'm just like, "Are you kidding me?" Sammy Watkins, Adrian Peterson. I'm like, why are they having these career fucking games when nobody fucking saw it coming? All these experts in fantasy, whatever bullshit. Nobody saw it come. And finally, I was like, you know what? I didn't even put Lockett as one of my starting wide receivers. I just put him in the flex position. And boom, he went off like he fucking did. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I deserve it. Because seriously, I find, like, I ain't going to win shit. I know that. But I deserve to finally put a guy in who actually plays out of his mind. Because I'm sick of them being on my bench and just looking at my bench going, you got to be bullshitting me.
Are you fucking serious?
Me.
Well, yeah.
Is this happening right now?
The last time he did it, Rich played me and Amari Cooper went nuts. And I'll be goddamn, it didn't happen this last weekend with fucking Lockett. I was like, oh my God.
You're like, oh,
I
this bitch.
was so far ahead. No, I was so far ahead of Rich. And then the Seahawks game started. By the middle of the fucking game, he had caught me. By the end of the game, I couldn't reach him.
Yeah, it's too bad I can't save some of them points for next week.
Right.
They don't carry. They're not like your minutes back when you had to buy minutes. They don't carry over. Anyways, enough about fantasy football.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only reason fantasy football was relevant was because, like I said, Tyler Lockett. Oh my God, those two, Wilson and Lockett. Forget about it.
Yep, and Josh Gordon's in that mix now. Let's keep moving because Rich has got a heart out here. Browns at the Broncos. Man. Hey,
Wow.
Nice mustache, Baker.
Wow. Well, if you look at it earlier in the game, it was a handlebar mustache where it came all the way down to his chin. He shaved it after
Yeah,
the game.
and now he's just fucking Uncle Rico. Like he just
Dude, how do you lose to the Broncos? Broncos are shit this year.
Brandon Allen's there to save the world.
He looks like he came in fourth place in the Gardner Minshew fucking lookalike contest.
Yeah, right.
or like that meme you guys had where he looks like Money Manziel with a wig and a fake mustache.
Yeah, when he called himself Billy Manziel. Like lesson 1 of a fake name. The whole name needs to be fake, Johnny. Like don't use your real last name, idiot.
Yeah, another Allen coming in and being a quarterback, Broncos savior.
Yeah, wow, the Browns are 2-6.
Well,
Nice to know the universe is everything's right in the universe because the Browns suck.
Well, it goes way back to, and I said this when I was sitting at B-Dubs, an Eagle fan had a jersey, Eagles, all this, and he's cheering. And I look over at the score of the Browns game. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, look, you could put anybody on the Browns you want. They're still the Browns. And I'll be goddamn.
As a Lions fan, I understand, sir.
Yeah.
I understand.
Point taken, and point proven. Well done, Browns.
Packers at the Chargers. Hey, I guess all you had to do is fire Ken Wisenhunt, huh? And that Chargers offense is looking how it's supposed to.
Oh, no, don't hang this on the Chargers offense. This was a defense. No, this was Bosa and his buddies, man. Because you have number 12 on the other side of that football. I don't give a fuck what your offense can and can't do. But if you can't stop number 12, you're done. And Bosa and that defense did just that. Rodgers.
I'll stop you when I hear you be wrong.
Rodgers, the whole game looked like he was trying to throw a Hail Mary. He was trying to get in the vicinity of what's his nuts, Adams, and hope that he caught it. He even threw an interception trying to do that shit because he was under so much pressure. How do you stop him? Pressure him. Get through the offensive line.
I think this win was a big deal for the Chargers. I think they needed it to keep them legit. I think they probably needed it morale-wise.
Well, and it's the fucking Green Bay Packers. It was a 7-1 team.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So everything I just said, checked all those boxes.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not like you beat, Chicago, Miami. You beat a very huge. They're going to the playoffs.
Yeah, you beat a playoff caliber team. So good on you, Chargers. The night game. Oh, the night game. Ooh.
Oh, the night game.
You talk about a bad man. There's a bad man in Baltimore, sir.
I called it, and I was so wrong.
Yeah, I said you didn't call shit. You did the opposite of calling it. You said by the third quarter the game would be over for the wrong team.
Yep, I said that Mr. Jackson was going to be exposed for what he is by this huge, massive fucking defense.
Yeah, as awesome.
By the end of third quarter, beginning of the third quarter, whatever, it was going to be over. Don't watch it anymore. Bullshit.
That team ain't scared.
No,
and that starts with Lamar Jackson. That's just all there is to it.
Actually, it starts with the two people that were on the sideline wearing a gold jacket, but I digress.
No, I understand what you're getting at, but they ain't on the field that game.
Yeah, but they can still inspire a team, though, man. And by the way, if you didn't see it, it was Ray Lewis and Ed Reed.
Ray Lewis will quote your Bible scripture. Ed Reed will just scare the shit out of you.
Ed Reed scares me.
Was Ray Lewis wearing a white suit?
Lion King right now.
I didn't kill no motherfucking lion.
No, I feel like the Lion King right now. Ed Reed. Ooh. Say it again. Ed Reed. Ooh.
Seriously, man. Like, Ray Lewis his like pump up speeches are like Marvin Gaye. You know what I'm saying? Like he gets the job done, and you know you're like, yeah, okay. Ed Reed's like Teddy Pendergrass. He yells at bitches, turn off the light. You're like, oh shit.
Scary.
Exactly. Like, click. All right, calm down, man. Shit, lights off.
Screwing it. You're gonna make sure that damn lights off. I'll tell you that.
Like, I'll call DTE right now and cancel my electricity. I got candles. I've been waiting to light. Hey, don't worry about it, Ed. We got this. So that's the difference between the two. Like Ray Lewis over there, like, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. And Ed Reed's like, you go out there and fuck up, I'm gonna break both your motherfucking legs. And I mean, like, and he means that shit.
Yeah. Ed Reed reminds me of Alvin Mack from the movie The Program. Let's go out there, kick ass, and kill them all. Let the paramedics sort them out.
Pretty much, yeah. He's got that Canes attitude still. It's like, man, you understand that you ain't playing for Miami no more, right? You ain't playing for the U. It's not the U versus everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you are a Hall of Famer. I'm surprised.
Before we get to the Monday night game, with what we're talking, there is just some names, and even today, that you say where I sit in this chair right now and just shudder at. Ed Reed is that name.
Yeah, but we're talking about the Ravens' past. Let's talk about their present.
I will say this. There was a cool before and after the game moment where Brady went up to Jackson. It was like, you know, they did the whole, you know, good luck, don't really mean it, but good luck, you know, type thing. And then after the game, he come up to shake his hand, and Lamar Jackson was like, hey, man, just so you know, you the GOAT. You the GOAT. We everybody knows that. And it's like, you know, Lamar Jackson could be a cocky asshole, but he doesn't come off that way. Like, even in the post-game press conference, they were talking about a play, and he's like, well, you had two deep safeties, and they cut to the middle, and I should have thrown to the middle, and I missed the guy, and then he laughed.
Bet you won.
Then he laughed at himself, and he goes, next question. But not in like that, next question. You know what I'm saying? Like that attitude way that most guys say it. He was just like, yeah, I missed it. You know, he'd have been gone if I'd have hit him. But whatever. Next question. You know, like, I just like the guy.
Yeah. Like Que Sera Sera type shit.
Dude, this is Vic 2.0, right?
Okay, yes. Yes, sir.
With no dogs. Repeat after me, Lamar. No dog fighting.
Own a cat, Lamar.
You say Vic 2.0. I'm going to say this. I think his football IQ is higher than Mike Vic's. I think Mike Vick was running on instinct. He's one of those. He's one of those guys. I'm just going to make everybody miss. Where Lamar Jackson, when I see him talk football, like, he's sitting there recalling specific plays and coverages, and you know what he did and what he should have done. Yeah, we only got like 8 yards on this pass, but we could have gotten 20 plus if I'd have just went with this guy. But I didn't, And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, how many football players sit up there at the podium and break down the game that way?
Not many.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And I mean, Mike Vick, not taking anything away from him, Mike Vick was an amazing athlete when he played. But I mean, you take Mike Vick's ability to fucking scramble away from him. Mike Vick wasn't all that.
Yeah.
He wouldn't, I've never seen him sit down and break down coverages and plays. I'm talking specific ones from the third play of your fourth series, at this down and distance. What were you thinking when you saw the coverage? And, I never saw Mike Vick talk like that.
We have brought up...
Mike Vick would have just said, you know what? I was trying not to get sacked.
We have brought up the dual threat quarterback a few times during this show. And I think Lamar Jackson, watching him, it's like two running backs are out there at all times.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane to watch him.
You have Ingram carrying for 15 carries for 115 yards. But then you have Lamar Jackson carrying 16 times for 61 yards. You're right.
Yeah, good luck scheming for that. Oh, and by the way, he can air it out.
Yeah, he threw for 161 yards or 63 yards and one touchdown, no interception.
You know, he did have his one cocky moment. What was it, in week 1, or in his press conference, where he said, not bad for a running back?
I don't think that was a cocky moment. I think it was just making fun of his dual threatness.
Because he threw for like 300 yards in his first game. And everyone was talking about, all he's going to do is run it.
Which I don't understand, because how many times when Tebow was in college, he was never dogged because, you know, he ran the ball like a fucking fullback. When Manziel would scramble, it was, you know, oh, look at how scrappy he is, you know, for a guy his size and blah, 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 blah.
It's because he's black.
Why are you shitting on? You know what? In some people's minds, I guarantee you, they take a look at him and they see a black quarterback and they go, "Oh, of course he fucking runs out of the pocket."
Yeah, whatever. There's worse shit you could assume about me. It's you never hear black guys always complain about, man, why do people always think we have big dicks? I'm sick of that stereotype. I want to kill that stereotype. Not all black people have big dicks. You never hear that. Anyway. We're getting off track.
I am going to point out the largest male endowment is a white guy. So
that we know about.
Go team! What
yeah,
is that?
Right.
That don't do us any good. What the fuck is it?
That is the most awkward way to segue into Monday night.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not, you know, snuffleupagus, but I ain't a field mouse either.
Do you think the black cat is hung? That is the question.
Yes.
But anyway, the Monday night game. I mean, the highlight here is the black cat, right? I mean, the Cowboys pounded on the Giants. Are we surprised?
No, but the highlight of the game wasn't. Well, I mean, in a matter of speaking, Ezekiel Elliott
playing like he's worth the money that he got paid.
Playing like yes, because
that's why he got paid, man.
Playing against Barkley. You know, he was trying to run up and trying to do his thing, and it didn't work out. No, he only got 28 yards, son. And Zeke was coming out going, nice try, hold my beer.
Yeah, well,
139 yards.
Zeke has a better offensive line. I will make
hands down.
I will defend Saquon in that respect. That's about it, though.
In a matter of speaking, only half of Zeke's line's better. Because Soldier and a couple of other people on the left side of the Giants line. Oh, yeah, you can run on the left.
Still, 2 yards per carry average.
Yep.
Come on, Barkley. Come on, man. Seriously?
Yeah, your quarterback got 9 average.
It's just.
Hey, man, I own him on like 3 teams. I feel the pain. Like, come on, let's go.
It's like that meme with the guy with the stick and he's poking it and he's going, come on, do something.
Yeah, come on, I had a better record when you were injured. Let's go. Come on, buddy.
Sporgy.
ChristopherMedia.net. ChristopherMedia.net.
Sporgy.
All right. So, shall we get into the picks? You know,
let's do that.
Rich has got to go. So, let's get into this shit. Rich, you are still in first place. Rich and I both went 10-5 this week. Ice, you went 8-7.
It happens.
Couple of judgment lapses on your part, but that's okay.
Just one, just the Lions.
Oh shit!
What? A couple of.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I remember being on an island more than a few times last week during the picks segment. So, seems like I'm not saying it's Revis Island, but
oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Welcome to Rich Island, bitch.
Yeah, we have rum ham in my island. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go to the island where the fucking nerds were with everything that was buried under that motherfucker.
Whatever. Come home to Jamaica, baby.
But
that's all I'm saying.
Rich is in first. He's 63-37-1, 624 winning percentage. Ice, you are in second, 61-39-1 at 604. I'm in third. I'm coming up on you, Ice, 58-42-1, 574. So, what order?
All right, I got to start picking with my head and not my heart. Got it.
What order? Chris Earl me.
All right. So, Monday night.
How about Thursday first?
Yeah. This is me filling time while I'm trying to get the damn screen to come up. All right. Yes, Thursday night game. Chargers at the Raiders. NFC West battle.
AFC.
That's true. God damn.
Take a hit of the bong. Let's try this again.
Yeah, you wish. Let's see. Chargers at the Raiders. Raiders are at home. I like the Chargers' offensive weapons better. Give me the Chargers.
Chargers have a great defense. Their offense is old and busted. Raiders are coming up somehow, some way, got their shit together. I am not exactly sure how that happened. I'm going to pick the Raiders.
Give me the Chargers.
Ouch. Okay.
That's pretty Hood Island. You're on there, Ice. Lock your doors.
By myself.
You ever been to Oakland? Roll up the windows.
Black hole.
All right, Sunday. We'll start right off the bat with the home game. At least for I'd say like 2 1/3 of us. I mean, Rich does live in Detroit. He's a Lions fan by proximity. How about the Lions at the Bears? Bears are at Soldier Field. The Lions only favored by 2.5 points. Gross. Well, I can't believe I'm saying this. I like the Lions' offense better. Give me the Lions.
I like the offense better if we get the offense on the fucking field when they need to be. Looking at you, OC. But even if we don't, their offense can't do shit. So, give me the Lions.
Give me the Lions, but Trubinsky's going to probably have a career fucking day.
He's going to throw for like 600 yards, like 7 touchdowns.
It's going to be some Madden shit.
I'm going to have to put all my jerseys in the back of the closet because there's no way I can wear them around here. Yeah.
Wow, did we all just pick the Lions?
Because we have.
I think
the fucking Bears don't have an offense.
That rarely happens. Just pointing that out. Ravens at the Bengals. Wow, yeah. Should I just write in Baltimore for all of us?
I don't know. Yes.
Yeah.
I can't even.
Yeah. I know. It's pretty simple. Up next, the Bills at the Browns. A team with a defense and no offense versus a team with no offense or defense. You know what? YOLO. Give me the Bills.
That's not even a thing about YOLO, dude. That's get mad and walk out of another press conference. Give me the Bills.
I'm telling you, Mayfield had that deer in headlights look. That is a man who's just like he had 1,000-yard stare like a Vietnam vet who's had too many fucking tours overseas and the shit. Give me the Bills.
Chiefs heading to Tennessee, taking on the Texans. Not sure if Patrick Mahomes is playing yet. He says he's playing, but we all know it's up to the team doctors. Get the fuck out of here. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't care if Mahomes plays or not this game. I know who is playing. Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, Robinson.
Ryan Tannehill, as Gruden used to say it.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. After everything I said, you said one name, and I could just immediately say Chief.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs.
NFC South battle. In years past, this is a good game. Still might be. There is shootout potential. But the Falcons' defense is a piece of shit. The Falcons heading to New Orleans, taking on the Saints. Give me the Saints.
Oh, no. No. This is definitely going to be a shootout. It's going to be a drive-by as the Saints just roll past the Falcons. I don't know what happened.
If that Atlanta defense would be like a drive-by with an AR-15.
It's not even the defense, man. It's the offense and the defense. They're crippled. I don't know what happened. It's not like they made a whole bunch of trades and decimated the team. It didn't happen.
Ryan and Julio are having themselves a good season. The run game is atrocious. Austin Hooper is the best tight end in the league at the moment. I feel like I should stick up for Atlanta. I don't know why. I'm not from there. But, yeah, sorry.
Because he's Matt Stafford's best friend? I don't know.
Chris is trying to guarantee a spot at next year's Freaknik.
Yeah.
Give me the Saints.
Saints.
I mean, if I wasn't, I am now. Ooh, the Battle of New York. Giants heading to New Jersey to take on the Jets. It's technically a home game for the Jets. Give me the Giants. The Jets have given me nothing to pick them.
Are we back to there's a moratorium? Are we back to 2016? You got a moratorium on picking the Jets?
No, that was a moratorium because I actually believed they could win games and they were burning me. This year's just like you've given me no reason to pick you. I'm taking the Giants.
Furthermore, you're giving me a reason not to pick you. You lost to the fucking Dolphins. To the Dolphins. Now, Giants aren't world beaters by no means, but they do have Barkley. All right, and Danny Dimes is whatever he is, and they got a halfway good defense. Sorry, not sorry. Give me the Giants.
Yeah, Giants.
Dolphins. No, wait. Cardinals heading to, is it still Raymond James Stadium down there in Tampa? Taking on the Bucks. This is easy for me. Give me the Bucks.
It's easy for me too. Like I said, Murray's a crybaby and doesn't understand why he can't win. And Winston and the Bucks, as good or bad as they are, went toe to toe with the MVP of the league. So yeah, give me the Bucks.
Yes, give me the Bucks. I feel like if I pick against them, they'll win, and if I pick them, they'll lose. But fuck it. There's no reason they should lose this game.
We have some shitty fans, by the way. You're a Bucks fan. You're like, oh, give me the Bucks. I'm a Lions fan. I'm like, oh, God, give me the Lions. We are horrible fans.
Because we know. We know.
And I got to let the listeners know, every week I hit up Chris to email me these picks. Not because I want to know the picks, but I think it's good luck. Like, until I get the email from Chris, I'm not going to win the picks war.
True story.
It is.
Dolphins heading to Indianapolis, taking on the Colts. I get the Colts.
Give me the fish. No, don't give me the fish. Yeah, I'll take the Colts.
Colts. Are we pretty much in lockstep except for one?
For a couple, yeah. But this is one of those weeks where the picks kind of make themselves with a few of these. Panthers taking on the Packers.
Careful. Be careful here.
Packers are at Lambeau.
Be careful.
Man. You know what? Green Bay sucks at stopping the run this year. Give me the Panthers.
You didn't think this hard on your SATs. Come on, dude.
You know, no one's got any time limits or anything. You know, just take your time.
I'm trying. I can't.
In fact, you thought SAT stood for Saturday afternoon test.
But it was a Saturday afternoon.
See?
He's not wrong.
Calling this a close game. Give me the Packers.
Packers.
He lost. He's got to redeem himself. RELAX, yo.
Rams.
There.
Rams at the Steelers. Steelers at home.
Moving on.
4-4.
Moving on. Yeah, moving on.
Rams 5-3.
Moving on.
Steelers win this game. Both teams are 5-4.
Moving on.
Get the fuck out of here. The Steelers aren't beating the Rams. Give me the Rams.
Oh, they're not beating the Rams. Moving on. Rams.
Rams.
Yeah. Rudolph, Randolph, whatever the fuck your name is.
But if they do, it's a statement win. Let's see. SNF. Here's your shootout alert, kids. Vikings at the Cowboys. Oh, man. No. Let's see. No Thielen. They still got Diggs. Cowboys are at home. Ugh. God damn. God, these teams essentially have the same record. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Sunday night and Monday night football is a bitch. Let me tell you, this week it's a bitch.
Give me the boys. They're at home.
You got to give me the boys. The boys stopped Barkley. Barkley is the same caliber running back as Cook. Dalvin Cook's still going to get his yards. But, Zeke's going to outrun him. I gotta go with the boys.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys.
Good luck. Next pick, Monday night. Good luck.
Monday night.
Good luck.
At Levi Stadium.
Should be a good game, regardless of who wins.
Yeah. Seahawks heading down I-5, taking on the 49ers. Man.
Fantastic game.
Yeah. But you know what, though? I like Seattle's offense better. Give me Seattle.
I do like Seattle's offense. I really do. And I think it's probably better than the 49ers offense. I really do. They're not better than San Francisco's defense, captained by a former cornerback of Seattle that's going to want to rock the shit out of them. Yeah, I'm going to go with the 49ers.
Yeah, this one's rough, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. Sunday and Monday both were.
49ers are at home. Richard Sherman's fucking hyping them up for this fucking week, for this game.
Who I was talking about.
Just
that's true. Yeah. Oh, it's the revenge game.
Give me Seattle. That's not a confident pick, but I'll live and die with it. Give me Seattle.
Oh, enjoy that island you're on there, Ice.
Oh, I will. I mean,
with your hippies and your homosexuality. All right, college. Michigan versus the bye. Taking the bye. All right. And yeah, we got to make the joke, right? But Illinois heading to East Lansing, taking on Michigan State.
Trap game.
Illinois isn't ranked. State, you need this to stay respectable this season. At least pulls you 500. I'm taking the Spartans.
Trap game. I'm going to take Spartans, but watch for the trap. Don't bet on the Spartans, y'all.
Yeah, give me the Spartans.
What Earl's saying is, don't bet the money line. Maybe bet the spread. Don't bet the money line on the Spartans. All right. Well, we got to wrap it up. Rich has got to go. So this is where I remind you we're on Twitter at SportyPodcast. You can email us, SportyPodcast@ChristopherMedia.net. New listeners, I see you. You're there. Hi. If you like it, tell somebody. That's how this works. Make sure you leave a review. If you're not good with words, just tap 5 stars. Move on. That's the way to do it. Not be a dick about it. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the iHeartRadio app, ChristopherMedia.net. I'm sure I forgot something in there. Check us out every week, and thanks for listening.
Later, guys.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net. ChristopherMedia.net.
If you like this show, please tell a friend. Please make sure to rate and comment on all your favorite Christopher Media shows. Please follow us on Twitter and like and share us on Facebook. You can subscribe to all ChristopherMedia.net shows for free on ChristopherMedia.net. Thank you for listening, and thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.